Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So we finally have a fresh Forza Horizon 6 update to talk about, and this one is doing a little bit of everything. This patch is basically doing the groundwork first, and then the extra content follows a few days after that. On the feature side, there is the Horizon Mascot Party theme, which brings 47 new EventLab props. That includes mascot flags, billboards, cutouts, an inflatable curry rice mascot, mascot barriers, pit garages, a bike, a covered scooter, a sports motorbike, plus a couple of garage items, and a plant box for rural scenes. So if you are into EventLab and building custom routes or weird little showcase setups, this is a pretty solid batch of toys to play with. And then we get to the cars, which is probably the part most people are going to scroll to first. There are 10 festival playlist reward cars coming in, spread across the series and the seasons. You have the 1970 Honda N600 and the 1967 Renault 8 Gordini as series rewards. Then seasonal rewards like the 2018 Exomotive Exocet Sport V8 XP5, the 1969 Datsun 2000 Roadster, the 2024 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, the 2016 Abarth 695 Biposto, the 1974 Toyota Celica GT, the 1989 Toyota MR2 SC, the 1988 Mitsubishi Starion ESI-R, and the 1968 Dodge Dart HEMI Superstock. That is a pretty fun mix because it is not just all modern, super sharp stuff or all old classics. It is a little bit of everything, and that usually makes the festival playlist feel more varied week to week. There's also a car pass lineup coming in for people who own the right editions. The cars there are the 1968 Alfa Romeo Autodelta Tipo 33.2 Daytona, the 1957 Ford Thunderbird, the 1983 Nissan Skyline 2000 Turbo RS, and the 1987 Porsche number 203 Porsche AG 961. That is a strong little group because it mixes racing history, muscle, and a couple of very recognizable performance icons. Alongside that, the limited time Horizon Mascot Party series runs through September 10th, and it adds an edamame time attack circuit, a Shimanoyama heat collectible, one Dango outfit, 2 player badges called Party Time and Hot Lap, and 3 car horns, including Fus Ro Da, Mascot, and Pinball Machine. So this is one of those updates where the cosmetic and event side is just as much a part of the package as the cars themselves. Now for the part that actually affects day-to-day driving, because there are some meaningful fixes here. One of the biggest ones is the power-to-weight ratio issue getting corrected. That matters more than some people might think, because if that calculation is off, it can mess with tuning comparisons and make car performance numbers feel a little misleading. So for anyone who spends time tweaking builds, that fix is a nice one to see. On top of that, they fixed the evolving world timer counting down to the end of the season instead of the end of the series, which sounds small, but if you were keeping track of progression, that would absolutely be annoying. They also fixed the garage full pop-up showing up after receiving a new car pass car, and they fixed the issue where you could not remove cars from your garage when it was full. Those are the kind of bugs that do not sound dramatic until you run into them yourself, and then suddenly they are the only thing you think about. Accessibility also got some real attention here, which is always good to see. The screen reader now behaves better on the What's Next screen. It will read the prize name when redeeming a wheel spin, and it should stay available after finishing the Anna tutorial. That may not be the flashiest part of the patch, but it matters because it smooths out actual usability. Then there are the car and handling fixes. The 1972 Nissan Patrol and the 2022 Lamborghini Huracan Technica had curbs that could cause a dead stop, which is the kind of problem that can ruin the feel of a racetrack way faster than people expect. There is also new stock exhaust audio for the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, which is the sort of detail car people definitely notice. And over in Creative Hub, you can now delete locally saved EventLab events. Thumbnails for cars with custom liveries should load properly. And the weird car meet livery unlock issue got sorted too. There are still a couple more fixes worth mentioning because they hit different parts of the game. Chapter 6 of the Moto AutoZine stories, Shibuya Showstopper, now has the progression fix it needed so it can be completed without the yellow wristband issue getting in the way. On the visual side, the aftermarket 1990 Subaru Legacy RS had wheel rims that were missing or slow to appear. The 1994 Ferrari F355 Berlinetta had paint-related dead weirdness, and raindrops were showing up inside the cabin on a handful of cars in cockpit or dashboard view, including the Toyota GR Corolla, Ram 1500 TRX, BMW M2 Competition Coupe, GMC Jimmy, and Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 GSR TM Edition. So when you put all of this together, this update feels like a mix of cleanup and setup. It fixes some real annoyance points, it helps the game feel a bit more stable, it improves a few systems that people run into constantly, and then it tees up the Horizon Mascot Party content with new props, cars, and playlist rewards. That is the kind of patch that does not need to be loud to matter, because a lot of the value is in making the whole experience smoother the next time you load in.